Boy, if you don't long be honk at all neck man. Oh, go
At number 8, we have Burning Godzilla. He's pretty overrated, but at the same time, he's pretty cool. But even though he's cool, he's pretty fat. I mean, like, it kind of makes sense because he has like 10,000 pounds of radiation in his stomach. At number 7, we got the blueprints of -1 Godzilla. Always Sunset on 3rd Street 2, Godzilla. In the movie, a kid, I don't remember what this is about, but this kid is making this script, or this story about Godzilla, and this thing is pretty interesting. But anyway, the Godzilla inside the story, or this, like, imagination thing that this kid has, the design is pretty cool. The director, Takashi Yamazaki, literally made the design out of a GMK model kit. He would later direct the best Godzilla movie ever. Not Zilla. And number 6, we got 2000's Godzilla, or Godzilla 2000, whatever. It's a 60-40 thing. 60% of the time, he's pretty cool, but the 40% is like, what am I looking at? This is not even Godzilla. It's still a pretty good design, though. From some angles, it looks like a frog, but most of the time, it's pretty good. I like what Toho did to him in the film that we saw last Godzilla Fest. And number 5 might be very controversial, because everyone hates this design because it's ugly as fuck. The 1984 Godzilla. Just hear me out, though. It reminds me of 1964 Godzilla, but sometimes he looks stupid. But he marks the beginning of the best Godzilla era of, like, basically all time. At number 4, we have 1964 Godzilla. He was the first ever Godzilla I've ever saw as a human baby child. I know that sounds weird when I say that, but I don't care. I like his mean stare. It gives an energy of fear and stuff. He's also pretty skinny compared to the one Godzilla before the movie came out. Like, Jesus Christ, look how fat 62 Godzilla is. And number 3, we have GMK Godzilla. His attitude and his surprising ways to show off his villainy is crazy. He's like the King Von of Godzillas. He's like really different in this movie when it comes to the military attacking him. There was modified missiles thrown at him, like a bunch. It didn't even make a scratch. A submarine literally had to go inside of him. I know that sounds freaky, but shut up. And shoot the missile from the inside, and it like popped out of his neck, and that's how he died. There's no way you can get through his skin, though. It's crazy. He also does really crappy stuff to, like, people because I don't know why. He's just a dick. The only thing I don't like about this Godzilla is that he's fat and he has a hunch. Maybe if he were more built like 2002 Godzilla, I think he'd be a lot better. And number 2, we have 1975 Godzilla. Because Turbo Mechagodzilla was like... Because Turbo Mechagodzilla was one of my favorite childhood Godzilla movies, this guy is a classic. His terrifying stare reminds me of 64 Godzilla. There's gonna be like a lot of 64 Godzilla references. But his appearance, though, like in the beginning when he's fighting Titanosaurus, is just a masterpiece. At number 1, we have Shin Godzilla. I was Shin Godzilla for the first time at gfest. I have a bunch of Shin Godzilla stuff. Literally my favorite Ultraman kaiju, or one of them, is Shin Gomez. Because he's literally just Shin Godzilla with horns and different spikes and stuff. And the person who made Godzilla in this movie is the best human being I've ever seen, because he's produced the best anime that I've ever seen in a long time. Evangelion. I fucking love Evangelion. But that's it. Goodbye.